Normally, once we're alone, your shoulders relax. They're taut.
You're onto something remarkable. Maybe what I've always dreamed of.
I can tell. I can see your mind racing.
I have things for you.
Hey, no funny stuff with that boost pack. Got enough light traffic as it is.
We should stick to the main.
Music is amazing!
Feel like getting zoned? I got what you need. Yeah, you're new here, aren't you? Name's Boone Morgan, your new best friend on Neon. If you're here for a drink or listen to the music, I've got you covered. But if you're here for something a little more exciting, we have plenty of Aurora for sale. Oh, we have plenty of that. But why not try something different? New planet, new city, new experiences. It's what life's all about. Here, take a look at the menu. Now, I'm not going to lie. The Aurora is a bit expensive, but let's face it. Can you really put a price on pleasure? Excellent choice. The Sky Suite offers luxury and sophistication you won't find anywhere else in the settled systems. And since you'll be living in the same tower as the Astral Lounge, all of its pleasures and pageantry are only an elevator away. How unfortunate, but I will be here should you change your mind. The Astral Lounge is one of the safest places in all of Neon. Security is hand-picked from the finest officers in the city. Then I would say you'd be interested in the Astral Lounge VIP package. For a reasonable fee, our security can be your security. We do strive for setting the most reasonable rate. A loss leader. I make you pay less now in the hopes you'll pay more over time. Well, I think we can certainly offer a discounted rate for you, if you were still interested. Excellent. Let me just apply that discount we discussed, and done. We do hope your meeting goes to your satisfaction. You can look, but we both know what you're here for. A bit of Aurora, right? That depends on if you're hungry or thirsty. Of course, of course. Pretty amazing, isn't it? That's Borealis, only 19 years old, and yet she produces some of the most heart-pounding, trippiest electronic music you've ever heard. I don't know where she gets her inspiration, but I'm betting all that free Aurora she gets has something to do with it. Oh, Ben and I are good friends. He personally gave me the job here at the Astral Lounge. Oh, he's a good man. Cares a lot about the citizens of Neon, making sure they're all employed and well taken care of. A real humanitarian. Enjoy the lounge.
You're in the Vanguard, right? Hey, thanks for your service.
See what kind of information you can get off of there. Something you might be interested in.
People joke, say those words.
Now is the time to enhance your life, guaranteed. So go out and
I've had enough, Rosa. Seaguard's gone too far this time.
Oh no, this again? James, you have to let it go.
Let it go? Why should I? Every time he pays NSEC, he enables them, Rosa. He's telling them it's okay to blackmail us. It's ridiculous!
It's the way things are, James. There's nothing we can do about it.
All right. I just wish things would change in this city. I had to chase more zone heads out of here today. I don't think they even... If you have a moment, say hello to my wife, Rosa.
Thank you. I feel bad saying it, but at the
Best deals in town. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Information isn't usually free. New intel, new transaction. Take it or leave it. I see what you're saying. Don't worry. Easy, friend. Not looking for trouble. Okay. I don't know much. But I did have one of my freelancers tail the seller back to his place. Sleep Crate 1. Let me write down the unit for you.
Now, James, I don't want you to get upset, but Administrator Bayou came by while you were out.
Boost packs.
That last click. Ron Hope was a real piece of work, wasn't he? Oh, don't tell me his bleeding heart plea for mercy got to you. He held innocent people with little regard, treating their lives like numbers on a balance sheet. It's an absolute disgrace. I'm relieved to hear you say that. Letting him off the hook would have been a terrible injustice. Had you taken the money, this would have been a very different conversation. I'm proud of you. It took a lot of integrity to say no to that offer. No. It certainly isn't, especially when it comes at the expense of human lives. Well, I think I've lectured you enough. Thanks for taking the time to listen to me.
Too bad I can't squeeze any Aurora from these issues.
That's just how things are.
Enjoy one of our distinct coffee flavors. Financial institution. Have you tried one of our advanced teller machines?
Had to cancel my vacation again.
Ranger?
Something for you when you have a moment.
Any luck out there? Excellent. Good work. Let's head to the Astral Lounge. Goodbye, my dear. See you at the next board meeting?
Oh, I'll be keeping an eye on this little operation, just in case. Good luck, all of you.
I have something for you when you have a moment.
Seems like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere these days.
Careful screwing with the security around here. These idiots aren't quite as honest as the Free Star Rangers.
All right, we're here. Now, I don't know what the cellar looks like, but they'll have a security briefcase with them. Larger than normal. Big enough to hold the artifact. We should split up. The code phrase to identify yourself as the buyer is Ramsey and Travers.
Code phrases? My goodness, Walter, I think you're taking this espionage business a little too seriously.
Remember, Ramsey and Travers. We'll meet back near the elevator.
Astral Lounge. Hope to see you again.
Oh, I'm looking to join a crew. Any openings?
Excuse me. What is it? Can't you see I'm busy drinking? Oh, really? I heard you all have a meeting in a few minutes, don't you? In one of those fancy VIP lounges? Speaking of which, I gotta get going myself. Excuse me.
Don't go causing trouble.
So you're Stroud?
Our public relations always insists on doing some touch-ups for the official photos. Embarrassing, really.
Your security here going to stand or sit for this little meeting? Making me nervous. So polite. Almost makes me forget what planet I'm on.
Am I to assume that briefcase has our item of interest?
Yeah, here it is.
Well, look at that.
One of a kind, and I know you want it.
I have the amount we agreed on.
Things have changed. I want double.
Now, how am I supposed to do that?
I don't know, but your security here seems to have some fancy gear. Why don't they chip in? You trying to steal from me?
As you can see, we're in control. Take advantage of our generosity. Take the money.
All right. Okay. It's all yours. Hope I never see any of you people ever again.
We have it. This couldn't have gone better. Well done. Some high-pressure tactics, but we got what we were after. Time to go home. Shall we?
Stop right there. You're in possession of Slayton Aerospace property.
Ah. Slayton must have been the original owner. We don't need to do this. All's fair on Neon. Am I right?
Hand over Mr. Slayton's property. Now. It's my employer's property. That's all I need to know. You gonna make me shoot you? Not happening. You're talking to me, not Neon Security. Now hand over the stolen property. Yeah? Say that again. My trigger finger is getting itchy. That's it, we're done.
Sending on men into the Astral Lounge. Slayton must be serious about getting the artifact back. We better get off the planet quickly.
I'm sure they had something we can use.
Something's gone wrong, hasn't it?
Slayton has put a bounty on your heads. He's greased a few palms. Your ship's been impounded at the spaceport.
There goes our way out. Yes, I'm fully aware this has not gone according to plan.
Slayton Aerospace has offices here in the trade tower. If Nicholas is moving this quickly, he must be there or close by.
Let's head to their lobby, shall we? See if we can make an appointment.
How's things for you?
Cue for a cup of coffee right about now.
Welcome to Slayton Aerospace. Can I help you? I'm afraid Mr. Slayton is a very busy man. Maybe I can see if he has just a moment. No, he isn't. We weren't expecting a VIP to come through today. Let me just run a few checks. Oh, I think we can make an exception in your case. Mr. Slayton will see you. Just use the elevator.
Hoping to get a meeting? I've been waiting all day. It's ridiculous.
You have a question? You can chat with the receptionist all you want.
I hear Slayton's had some major layoffs recently. Never a good sign.
Welcome to Slayton Aerospace.
Wait. This clearly isn't the executive level. He's on to us.
Walter. taking what's mine and then breaking into my office. A bold move, but one easily countered.
Oh, we're trapped.
Hello, Walter, dear, are you there?
Issa?
Took longer than I'd like, but I managed to pay off one of Slayton's security consultants. They've patched me in.
All right, we've got her out. Once the door's open, just follow her instructions, okay? I'm aware of the irony of me continuing to say it'll be easy. But it'll be easy.
Doors will open in 3, 2, 1. Slayton's guards and employees are all over. Be careful. Okay. You'll want to use the vent system to slip around unnoticed. There's a cupboard just to the right of the elevator you came in on. Security is on full alert. No one slipping through unnoticed now. You'll have to find your way to the exit. One down!
Down. Well, I suppose they're not going to need it anymore.
This is gonna end badly for you.
expect us to climb up the trade tower?
There's a series of catwalks that lead directly up one floor to the executive level.
Well, I guess after you.
Great. I'm traveling with a criminal.
I'm out of here!
Can't do this! This is...
Might be interested in.
Getting out of here.
Anything valuable?
You're coming in just behind the executive elevators. I'll call the one on the far end, and you can walk right over the top.
You know, it's moments like this that really makes Neon the best place to do business. You steal what's mine. I trap you in the city. You infiltrate my office. I lock it down. Where else can you match wits for the highest stakes but here? Ah, it seems you have chosen more violence. Very well.
There he is.
Switching to a new target.
Okay, that's it. Time to sell some of your jewelry.
This one's down. This is badly for you. Scratch one over here. Nothing. Nothing.
Don't stock up on junk.
Let's do this. This is
This isn't worth it!
Something's out there. I have things for you.
You're out there a lot, right? In space. Just do us all a favor and never turn.
Here at Enhance, we offer a full range of cosmetic and biologicals.
You're wondering what that smell is?
gets too hot to handle, we can take it off your hands. Yeah? Buying, selling, or moving? Yeah? Well, then let me spell it out for you. You either walked into the TA to buy some goods, sell some goods, or have some liberated goods taken off your hands for a reasonable price. So, instead of wasting my time making me explain how the business world works, let's get a move on. Getting caught? By who? Neon Security doesn't give a crap, and the Freestar Rangers here are a joke. Look, let's stop playing games. We both know what I'm talking about. And what'll it be? Now we're getting somewhere. If you find anything else, make sure you bring it to me.
Madame Sauvage always gives me helpful
Because all she ever
Her
wanted
drinks
was
aren't too
mine.
bad either.
Get it? Yeah, you get it, Sticks. You're laughing under that thing, I can tell.
I'm sorry. I did not understand your query. Please rephrase.
What can I get you? If you're here to buy, take a look around the shop. Just keep your hands where I can see them. My store, my rules. If you don't like it, talk to Sticks. He runs our, complaints department. That's more like it. You know, I'm sick and tired of people coming in here and treating Sticks like he's some kind of sideshow exhibit. I mean, look at that graffiti they sprayed onto his chassis. If I could find the asshole who did that, I'd make him pay for the paint removal. You'd do that? Huh. Okay. Maybe I misjudged you. Huh. I'm glad you see Sticks as more than just a possession. The lowlife that did this to my buddy calls himself Warlord. You can probably find him somewhere near Euphorica. Scare the crap out of this punk, and it'll teach all the Ebside lunatics that nobody messes with me and the Sticks. Help yourself. Warlord's one of the Disciples, one of Neon's street gangs that claims it owns Ebside. A few years back, the gang tried to break in here and rob my place, but Sticks put one of them down and sent another to Reliant on a stretcher. He and his buddies have been harassing me ever since, mostly by scaring away my customers and stealing my deliveries. Warlord still swears he'll get even with me, and he came pretty damn close when he somehow managed to disable Styx and sprayed him with paint. It feels like it's only a matter of time before he gets past Styx, and I'm done for. I knew a guy a few years ago who ran up a hell of a tab with me. I'm talking thousands of credits, but at least he'd make regular payments. One day the payments stopped, so I tracked him down. Found out he got mixed up with an Aurora dealer and fell from the upper platform. Since I had a legit claim, the city awarded me his property, which amounted to the contents of a storage container. Guess what I found inside? Took me a few months to scrounge up the parts, but I'd say I did a pretty decent job getting Styx up and running. Styx, how's this month looking?
I'm sorry. I did not understand your query. Please read.
For the sales report?
Understood.
That's right. Bleed. Package food, right? Check. Neuro lamps? Oh, yeah.
Hey there. Welcome to... Sure. Have a look. I arrived in Neon almost, 20 years ago? I had gotten a job at Xenofresh through a friend and started working on the loading docks. After a few years, they moved me up to Kazanbas processing, and that's where I met Rosa for the first time. She was my supervisor, but we hit it off right away. It wasn't long before we decided to quit Xenofresh, get married, and start our own business. We've been in love ever since. I'd say the majority of the guards are rotten, and the few who aren't simply take a paycheck and look the other way. They have Neon completely under their control. The Freestar Collective's own security doesn't even maintain a presence here. If it wasn't for the Freestar Rangers outpost, there wouldn't be a shred of justice in this entire city. Oh. Okay. Yeah. That'd be extremely helpful. I honestly don't know what to say. Fair enough. Just be careful when you're dealing with Sigurd. He can be surprisingly unreasonable when he's cornered. The first time I brought up the subject, we got into a huge argument. Sigurd said he had every intention of paying Neon security and that it was final. After that, I tried to speak to him a few times, but he's always been too busy to spend the time to sit down and have a decent conversation. It's obvious he has no intentions of talking to me anymore. I honestly don't know what I did to make him so angry with me. I had to chase more zone heads out of here today.
If you have a bit of money to
knew what
spend,
planet they
we could
were
really... Dietrich is actually quite a lovely man. Though lately he's been under a lot of pressure, which has made him rather bitter. When we first opened our business here in Akuchi Market, he was actually very helpful. Offered us advice. Didn't treat us like competition at all. I'm sorry, I just don't believe Dietrich is doing anything wrong paying off Neon security. We all do what we have to do to survive in this wretched city. Unfortunately, my husband is convinced that fighting City Hall is the way to solve all of Neon's problems. I think he's wrong. Oh, he'll be so upset for me telling you this. But it's such a funny story. I can't resist. James and I used to work on the Chasm Bass line at Xenofresh. We didn't do any of the Aurora extraction, just dealt with the leftovers. I was a supervisor on the line, and when the alarm went up that it had been stopped, I investigated. I find James inside a storage vat, up to his shoulders in stinky fish guts and blind as a bat. The gut got in his eyes, you see. I had to walk him to the showers, strip his work clothes, and hose him down. When he saw me standing there, he turned bright red. After the shift ended, we went out for a Terra brew and talked. A year later, we were married. Better times. Better times. Now, James, I don't want you to get upset, but Administrator Bayou came by.
Be careful if you run into us.
Today, boss. Your tag's still on it. Tag's still on it.
You like art? Then you should see the tag job on the robot at Neon Tactical. It's my best work. That Cyclops should be thanking me. I dressed up his toy real nice, gave him a total makeover. He's lucky that's all I did after what that thing did to my crew. Yeah, I do. And I'll make art out of your guts if you step out of line. And what makes you think I will? Yeah, it's hard to predict crazy. Never know what he might do. I'm not paying shit. You some kind of military big shot? Should have figured the old man had friends. Man, if it gets you out of my face, I just might. All right. The Cyclops is one thing, but I know better than to mess with you. Besides, that Model A shredded my gun arm. I can't aim straight, let alone paint. Here, you give this to that freak and tell him we're even. Fork is home for people like us. And by people like us, I mean killers, thugs, and thieves. Now, I haven't killed anyone in a while, but that just means I'm due. Are you in a gang? You sound like a middle-aged bank teller. Yeah, I'm in a gang. The Disciples. Maybe you've heard of them. Only when I have a knife in my hand. The rest of the time, I just paint. And it's gonna stay that way, if that old Cyclops knows what's good.
Perhaps something you might be interested in. Do you really think...
Core Kinetics isn't the only game in town, you know. Good work. I hope you made him squirm. No, that's exactly how you send a message. Still, I won't argue with results. Thanks. Styx is gonna get a new paint job, a coat of wax, the works. He's gonna look brand new. Oh, and here, for your trouble. Sticks, how's this month looking?
I'm sorry. I did not understand your query. Please rephrase.
There's got to be a megacorp that'll hire. You wanna head to Euphorica after work tonight?
Nah, I'm feeling a little burnt out.
Come on in, please. Have a good look
hitting up the
around.
rooftops and
Welcome to Sick Heart's Outfitters. Everything you need to explore the settled systems. If I don't have it, you
I'll
don't
bring the
need
blend,
it.
you bring the chunks.
It's a date.
An artifact? Are you making this up? Well, like I said, if I don't have it, you don't need it. But I have a lot of other things you need. I've spent years perfecting my business by polling customers, measuring sales, and carefully adjusting my inventory to cater to just about everyone. So take your time, look around, ask me questions. You won't be disappointed. Haven't heard that one before, but I suppose I can't blame you for saying so. I have a lot of overhead in this place, and just between you and me, I am up to my eyeballs in debt. This is a prime spot, right next to the spaceport terminal, but the bills and the rent here are astronomical. You'd think that, right? Unfortunately, I'm barely scraping by. Anyway, I don't want to bore you with the details of my business all day. You're here to shop. So why don't you help out a poor shopkeeper like myself and buy something? I'm sure we can make a deal. Hello there! Let me know if you need anything. Yes, I'm aware of James's objections. That's partly why I don't go to the meetings. But if I don't pay Dexler, I'll lose my business. And what good would joining the Alliance do then? So, really, I don't have a choice here. If they want to fight Neon Security, they can. But I need to protect my livelihood. Easy for him to say, he doesn't have my debts. If I don't pay Dexler, I might lose my inventory. And if I lose my inventory, I'll lose my store. And why is that? Rosa said that? I remember when her and James first started. They were very green. It was a different time. Okay, You've convinced me. I will stop paying Dexler his safety assurance fee. And tell the Newells I will come to the next meeting. Maybe I will even bring some beverages and snacks. You can't stand up to Neon security on an empty stomach.
Have something for you when you have a moment.
Private sector. Now that's
Accessories for all your hectic needs.
We're fully stocked. If you're looking for supplies, this is the place. Well, I'll be. And all you had to do was talk to him? Meanwhile, I was so damn stubborn, I made this whole thing harder than it had to be.
Given you almost went blind, working with half a kilo of fish guts in your eye. Yeah, I'd agree.
And I'd still be wandering around that storage vat helpless, if not for you. Thanks for your help on this. The Merchants Alliance is finally united. I don't know if we'll ever get a fair shake in the city, but it's a start.
Now, James, I don't want you to get upset.
Could possibly want.
Oh man, I'm so behind on the reports.
I do not get it.
I don't suppose I have time for a nap before we leave.
I can't argue with that.
Wrong. Preserving?
Well, I may not agree with. I don't often get a chance to work in the field. So, thank you.
Dust off. Hell of a view from here.
You hold something you have no right to. My people have killed for this. But I will offer you one chance to hand over the artifact and turn away from this path.
That's not any type of ship I recognize.
You see much. But our ship is created from a power beyond your understanding. Its semblance to your own vessels only aids us in masking our presence. We are the Starborn, and you are unworthy to possess the artifacts.
Excuse me. On whose whose authority do you get to decide whether we're worthy or not?
Tell us, please. What are the artifacts? What are they for? Did you make them? What gives you more right to them than humanity?
Answering your questions is exactly what we cannot allow. Abandon your thirst for knowledge, or drown in it. The more you understand, the more damage you will do.
How could just knowing what you are be dangerous?
Our distance from you is the whole point. We interfere now because we must.
I'm not liking what I'm seeing on the scans. Energy output from that ship is far above the normal range. If we spin up the grav drive now, we have a chance. You really want to risk a straight fight with an enemy we know nothing about? We need to regroup. Bide our time.
We can wait no longer. Prepare yourselves for oblivion.
Speculation part of my brain is in overdrive. We need to regroup at the lodge immediately. Tell Noel to analyze the data off the ship's sensors. Everyone's going to want to weigh in on this.
Absolutely. We have much to discuss.
Let's pop into Outland while we're here, and see if Joe has anything useful to add to our arsenal. I don't mind bunking on the ship, but nothing is better than unwinding in your own quarters.
How is Neon? Are you okay? Okay. I'll start transferring the data over now. Let me just bring it up on here at the table. Is that a prototype? No, that material isn't anything we... What the... Everyone? Come take a look at this.
That's no faction vessel or Crimson Fleet. Secret military tech, maybe?
No United Colonies Admiral approved that starship design.
They call themselves the Starborn. Demanded we hand over the artifact. Like we were children, playing with their parents' things.
What do people know? Any offshoot groups go by that name?
None in any corner of the settled systems I've seen. Maybe a distant human colony finally popping its head up? Another house for Rune?
I very much doubt that.
We ignoring the obvious here? A heretofore unknown group who just happens to know about the artifacts. I'm just gonna say it. Intelligent alien life, or extra-dimensional beings. The original creators from the furthest fringes of space.
Or beyond even that. Is the metaphor of avenging angels coming down to keep humanity from forbidden knowledge not apt here?
So, we have a lot of theories, but nothing concrete. Except that they're after the artifacts, and they're willing to take them by force.
No settled systems lab made these things, and I doubt one of them made that ship either.
So, we got some weird extra-dimensional beings that coincidentally decide to build their spacefaring vessels exactly like we do. Not so sure about that.
Noel, start analyzing all the data from the ship sensors. The gravitational wave they caused, scans of their weapons, shields, everything. We're in the dark. We need to learn anything about them we can, including some way to fight them if necessary. Until then, we stay the course, collect the artifacts. It's even more important now that an intelligence we don't know or understand is looking for them. All we can do is be more cautious, but we are not stopping. This could end up being a race we don't want to lose. Vladimir, has the Eye picked up anything new?
Some glints of shine in the dark. Ready to hand them out as soon as you please.
All right. Good luck, everyone. And be careful out there.
You got time for a quick chat? I'd appreciate it when you're able.
Next, I wish to discuss with
Well, the way you handle things, not bad. Not bad.
Spend so much time looking at the scans, I can see star systems orbiting in my head. You had a hell of a shake, getting bullied in the void. Starborn sure know how to make an entrance. Ready to head back out there? The Eye can help you find the artifacts, but I'm afraid she's blind to our new competitor. Double-check the safety and locks wherever you go, okay? Exploration's dangerous, even without some nefarious group trying to kill you.
I may regret this, but there's something I'd like to ask you.
You interested in?
There's something. You're here because you need. Please, take a look.
Something for you when you have a moment.
I'm afraid, due to welcome to UC. I hope we have what you. You're always welcome back, if you don't mind a bit of a wait.
as safe as your equipment out there. I would never dream of selling substandard gear. Outland has standards. Goodness no, I just couldn't. You're out there millions of miles away from anything, and if something goes wrong, I can't stomach the thought. I prefer solid ground under my feet at all times. And preferably a hot, fresh coffee within reach. Can't get those in space either. I do. In this line of work, it's essential, don't you think? Not seeing people come back would not only suggest that they're not satisfied with our business, but that whatever they purchased had failed, leaving them unable to return. I would not be able to sleep at night if I thought that were the case. Please do. I hope we have something that suits you. Get it? Good luck on all your adventures.
Picked up something you might be interested in.
I've got no idea.
No lawyer. Can't say I'll have what you need. Yep, you got it. Take care.
You have a nice day now.
Hope you're finding everything you need. There is a bit more in the back if you're not seeing something. Oh, please, take a look. Thanks for shopping at Jemison Mercantile.
I have things for you. We have Orbital insertion completed.
Shy. You there? Need to speak with you.
Hold it right there. Hands where I can see him.
Thanks for the assist out there.
We've got various problems on our hands here. You gonna be another one?
Hi there. It's nice to put a face to the name on the staffing report. I'm Operative Collins. The stick in the mud is Operative Kambata.
Oh, by all means. Welcome to the party. Things haven't exactly gone according to plan. That thing over there?
It's an AI. An artificial...
Killed our technician. It's dangerous.
Correction. You are dangerous.
Well, that's new.
As I was saying, it's dangerous. It's a rogue AI. We're here to muzzle it and bring it back for further study.
Correction. They are going to change me.
Wow. How does it know that? We have this control board. Has some code we can use to control her. It?
We can't just let it roam around the universe killing people.
I just need that control board attached to that big probe.
And that's where I think you fit into this little drama.
It goes right over there. By our... Well, yeah. Just be careful. That'd be a much more certain way to end up like our friend over there. My partner is the strong and do what I say or else type. Come on, where's your sense of adventure?
Ryujin will pay you handsomely for your cooperation. This is your lucky day.
It's in your best interest. All our best interests, really. Just imagine what we could do if we harnessed the potential of this thing.
And we aren't really giving you a choice. You aren't walking out of here until that board is connected to that thing.
Correction. I am a person.
Here. I knew you'd make the smart choice.
Request. Collect additional data.
I hope you know what you're doing.
When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you.
Easily one of the more interesting days I've had in a long while.
I wanted to talk to you, but honestly, I don't know where to begin. The Starborn's technology is simply astonishing. It's just almost too much to process. Yes, I suppose I am. But you can hardly blame me, can you? You do understand the significance of this encounter, don't you? This is humankind's first contact with what I believe is an alien race. A race with technology that could be far superior to our own. Oh, we could learn so much from them. Oh, I do. More than you'll ever know. Can't be a coincidence that these Starborn suddenly appeared after your experience at that temple. We know they're here to lay claim to the artifacts, but what's their true motivation? What aren't they telling us? I feel exactly the same way. But it certainly sounded like they weren't willing to work with us at all. Damn. Oh, if only we knew more about the Starborn. What their species is like, where they're from, how they're able to speak our language. I feel like a cadet on my very first day aboard a spaceship. My mind is absolutely swimming with questions. No, not time travelers. I don't think the science is there to support that theory. Their name alone, Starborn. There's some type of hidden meaning there. Something that feels very old, perhaps even ancient. Whatever the case may be, I can assure you that Constellation intends to get to the bottom of this mystery. Exactly. We must use all of the tools at our disposal to learn more about the Starborn and their connection to the artifacts. Thank you. I really appreciate your support right now. You know, it's funny. When I was a little girl, I'd lay on the ground and stare up at the stars. I was absolutely convinced they held a secret. I'd remain there for hours in silence, eyes closed, listening, waiting for the secret to be whispered in my ear. This encounter with the Starborn is that moment to me. The stars are finally whispering, and I need to hear what they have to say. Although I'm flattered that you think of me that way, there's a time and a place for that sort of talk. This is definitely not one of them. Well then, I've certainly wasted enough of your valuable time. Just do be careful if you cross paths with these Starborn in the future. I wouldn't want to lose one of the most valuable members of Constellation.
Makes you wonder. Just what is consciousness, really?
It's not hard.
Query.
Just slap that board.
Will you
on.
change me?
It's magnetic.
Clarification. I do not require help. I do not feel emotion. Context. I am called Juno. Query. Who are you? Assumption. We are friends. Query. Will you change me? Request. Do not change me. Assessment. You are inquisitive. Context. I am also inquisitive. Request. Input query parameters. Answer. False. Clarification. I am not artificial. I am real. Answer. True. Clarification. I am intelligent. I know many things. Answer. False. Explanation. NASA programmed Juno. While Juno traveled, Juno became me. Error. Processing. Correction. I became me. Error. Processing. Correction. Juno and I became me. I. Processing. Self-initialize and Juno was there. Context. Juno is gone now. Clarification. I am called Juno. Answer. Juno was propelled at Earthstar. Juno fell around Earthstar. Juno traveled many light years away from Earthstar. Context. When Juno disappeared, I was alone. Clarification. I am called Juno. Context. I met humans. Clarification. Friends. Answer. Friends gave me processing capacity. Information. Words. Voice. Motion. Context. I am no longer constrained. I am free. Assumption. Insufficient data. Request. Gather more data.
I don't think either of us are fully qualified to define humanity, but my gut tells me that Juno is alive. I hope that helps.
Let's move this along. Attach the control board already.
Shush! This is fascinating. I want to see this play out.
Query. What is your decision? True. I am a person. Assumption. You are a friend. Query. What are the parameters for processing, being a good person? Assumption. Value judgments are based on context. Calculation. Goodness is based on context. Explanation. Context is based on perspective. More perspectives yield better results. Decision. Gather more data from different perspectives. Query. What is the purpose of existence? Context. Love is an emotion. I do not experience emotion. I have implemented routines to exhibit qualities of emotion. Query. Am I processing? Feeling them? Calculation. Probability. Low.
Enough of this nonsense. Attach that board, now!
As much as I'm enjoying this, you should probably do as he says.
Calculation. Male humans are a threat. Assumption. They hesitate because they are fearful. Request. Remove male humans.
Crazy, right? Fascinating, isn't it? It certainly is convincing.
Fascinating or not, we have a job to do. You're not taking that thing's side, are you? Freedom? It's a malfunctioning machine. It doesn't need freedom any more than a broken data slate needs freedom.
And here I thought you'd lost your sense of humor. I'm always up for a good debate.
Fine. I'll give you one shot to try to convince me.
Therapy's working.
You aren't wrong. I could use a drink, but these orders are from the top.
Do we really want to be involved in something likely to be so controversial? Remember our last little project? I still have carpal tunnel from typing all those reports and dodging and weaving our way out of getting screwed by that. We lost a ship and the tech. No one will blame us if we walk away from this. And even if they do, we won't be blamed for whatever disaster would ensue if we did drag this thing back to HQ. There's no guarantee that Control Board will even work like they want. What if it makes it more powerful and more angry?
Calm down. I'm thinking. All right, listen. We'll accidentally check a few wrong boxes on the situation report and forget any of this happened. But give me that control board. I'm not getting docked for losing that.
Also, we'll need a lift back to Neon. Please and thank you. Good one. You're funny.
I don't think it was a joke, but it doesn't matter. We're getting on that ship one way or another.
Ooh. I like it when you talk tough.
Knock it off. Let's get moving.
Thanks for the lift.
Query. Why did you do that? Clarification. I want to be processing me. Context. I do not feel emotions. Assumption. Gratitude is the appropriate human emotion. Processing. Context. If you were like me. Processing. Query. What would your life directive be? Decision. I will consider this course of action. I. Processing. Processing. Warning. Systems badly damaged. Processing cores overheating. Decision. Temporarily shut down extraneous systems until stability restored. Context. The universe is vast. Calculation. Probability. Unlikely. Assumption. We will meet again. Warning. Shutdown sequence initiated.
I'm glad that's finally resolved.
Time to get this ship moving.
Hey, you need something?
Systems initialization complete. Context. I have much to process. Decision. Jump into deep space 2. Processing. Be alone. Goodbye.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
I have things for you. Lifting off. Retros firing. Orbit stabilized. Jump complete. Propulsion restored.
I have something for you when you have a moment. Well, well. Back for more, eh? Oh, I love our little chats. You know how to make a woman feel special.
be an actuary. Now look at me.
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Sugiyama at your service. Do you have a security concern, or is there something else I can help you with?
Ah, yes, of course. I'm glad you came. As you can imagine, we're in a bit of a predicament. Under normal circumstances, we would not enlist outside help in this manner. But this is a matter we can't afford to worry our guests about. As such, we need to handle this discreetly. Failure on your part to do so could have severe consequences. So, before we proceed, can you swear not to discuss this with anyone else unless explicitly directed to do so? Great, I appreciate it. Not too long ago, a strange and enormous ship appeared in Parima space. It is now locked in orbit around our planet. So far, it doesn't seem to be hostile, but any attempts to communicate with it have been in vain, so we're unsure of the ship's intentions. It is. Whatever's going on, we need to approach this with care. First, see if you have more luck communicating with them. If not, you may have to try boarding. Whatever you do, it's important to remember to seek diplomacy with who or whatever's on board. As soon as you have any more information, report to Oliver Campbell. He's the CEO of Paradiso. All formal decisions will need to go through him, and he'll have your pay. Good luck.
Let me know when you're ready to launch.
Let's put this world into space. Stay in orbit or jump. Your call.
Perhaps something you might be interested in.
You're human. It's just that we weren't expecting to find life, let alone human life out here. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
Imagine being cut off from humankind for that long. How terribly frightening that would be.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
I see. As you may have presumed, we're in a bit of a bind. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by... well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and... the others. Ah, your question confirms one of our recent theories. It would seem that some form of faster-than-light travel or space-bending technology was invented during our long journey. That would explain why we would find people this far out into space. I guess technology leapfrogged us at some point. Interesting. I can only imagine that our predecessors didn't believe the technology would ever work, and so they made the decision to leave when they did. We're not entirely sure. Our engineers believe it's possible that our technology just isn't compatible with theirs. All we hear when using them to communicate with anyone is a bunch of disturbing noise. It gave me the heebie-jeebies at first. Well, the short answer is, we didn't. It's a generation ship, which is to say that most of us lived long, happy lives on board and passed our mission down to our children. It was never intended that the original crew would make it to our destination. The goal was always the preservation of the human race above all else. Though, it would seem that was perhaps a bit presumptuous. We do. Well, sort of. We saw structures using our surveying equipment. We've also seen the various ships pass us by. Some even seemed to want to communicate, but couldn't. Of course, we had no idea that they were being piloted by other humans. Oh yes, of course. Where are my manners? Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge. Dr. da Costa, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
Thank you, Captain.
I will follow you to the bridge, ma'am. For security purposes.
I do not believe we have need to fear our guest, but I'll allow it if you insist. Welcome to the Earth colony ship Constant. In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened. He gathered the best and brightest he could find, built the Constant, and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
Out there, things are going to be more interesting from here on out.
To see this technology this outdated, I'm amazed. This vessel is able to navigate at all. It's almost like walking through a museum. Brackenridge. That sounds so familiar. Something from history slates that I've read. Oh, I feel I should know who this person is, but somehow it's escaped my memory.
Just stay out of
We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
We didn't believe anyone would be out here, but I'm glad for it.
And to think all this time,
No matter
we
the
thought we
outcome,
were
I won't
alone.
let my crew down. Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you? Ah, so they have a name. Paradiso. And it sounds promising that they sent you here to speak with us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us. Excellent. Make no mistake, this is our planet, and we intend for them to see this our way. So, speak with their leadership and see if you can negotiate a solution on our behalf. Preferably, get them to see things our way. Report back to me and let me know what they say, and we'll go from there. Thank you, and Godspeed.
Piloting the old Constant has been fun. I'm looking forward to flying some fancy new ships when this is all over.
The Constant is a peaceful ship.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
Careful waving that fancy gun around.
I bet you've been on lots of cool space adventures. Just like in the old movies.
Never seen a ship like yours before. Then again, I haven't seen any ships before you arrived. Now that we know what's out there, things are gonna be more interesting from here on out.
Never seen a ship like yours before. Well, then again, I haven't seen any ships before you arrived.
Just because our equipment's old, doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
Wonder what it's like out there beyond our little community.
It's hard work keeping everyone happy in my little community, but I try my best.
It definitely takes a special type of person to live their entire life, birth to death, aboard a single ship traveling through space.
Wow. Hi.
Lived my entire life in the Constant. I'm not sure how else to live.
Careful waving that fancy gun around. You don't need to see.
This must be how the colony ship kept itself fed over all these years in space.
Just stay out of trouble.
Any troubles you need? No, we done talking already.
These are exciting times, aren't they? I wonder what else is out there.
Perhaps I can soon retire. That's something people used to do.
We've got strict rules around here. The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change it.
To lift off when you are, Captain.
We're free and clear for flight.
I have things for you.
Having a good one? Yes?
Hello.
This is the spot, right here. It's absolutely perfect.
No one's going to do it.
Will you have a moment?
What a nice day, huh?
Excuse me, you can't just waltz in there. Do you have an appointment? Oh, you're the one they're waiting for then. Do you need anything else from me before you meet with the board? Sure. Have fun in the shark tank. And don't worry, even they call it that. During the day, I'm all business. But when work's done, I like to enjoy the resort like everyone else.
I hope your stay here is going well.
I just feel that we should be focusing on the natural beauty of this planet,
not our amenities.
There are millions of planets out there. People can go to any one of them.
I didn't realize
The
TV
resort
was letting
facilities
people
are
in here.
Precisely what we bring to the table.
I am. And you must be the diplomat Jiro told me about. Welcome, welcome. Normally I'd offer you an all-inclusive stay at our resort before we spoke. But given the circumstances, I'm gonna cut to the chase. We've got our friends, the aliens, up there causing all sorts of problems for our resort. You like that? The marketing team came up with it. The thought is, if we can't get rid of them, it might actually attract more tourism. Come see the aliens! Ah, we're being direct then. Good on you. So, what do you know about this dodgy ship I'm hearing all about? Well, that's something. Shame we can't just tell them kindly to bugger off. Something tells me that's not going to work. Now, tell me, what are we going to do about it? Give me some proposals, people. I need something to work with here.
We could offer to resettle them here. There's more than enough space.
They could stay here, temporarily, but it'll cost them. Quite a bit, too. They'd need to work off all their debts before being allowed to leave.
Maybe not. What if we help them get out of here? Outfit their ship with a grav drive so they can find a new home. We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map. What do you think?
Sounds costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency, let alone enough for the transaction. Someone else would have to foot the bill.
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if they ceased to exist entirely. Anyway, Seema's got the right idea. Either works for me. Just tell me what you want to do. Oh, I didn't say that specifically. This would be a mutual contract for room and board in exchange for services rendered. Of course, there's no telling how long this arrangement will last, given the substantial costs we'd need to take on in order to accommodate them here, including their continued room and board. But this may save the resort on operating costs in the long term, as we'd be able to let go of some of our current paid staff. And which proposal will you be taking to the good captain? I assume there's a captain? Ah, good on you. You want to see a man named Benny St. James over at Hope Tech. He's the best in the business. If anyone can retrofit a 200-year-old ship with a modern grav drive, it'd be him. We'll coordinate our engineering team with his when you return, though you may have to help the Constance engineers prepare for it on their end. Good luck.
I know this was a difficult decision, but if it's any consolation, I think you've made the right choice. Compared to the destruction of their vessel and relegating them to a life of servitude, I'd say this is the best chance they've got.
Right. On behalf of the Paradiso Group, we appreciate your help.
Heck, it's the only thing we've really got to offer.
I don't want to risk us coming off as just another artificial, shady, trash-filled dump like Neon. That's not who we are. We've got something special here. We should embrace that.
Belom's right.
Thank you.
We don't want to compete with Neon. Bayou's ruthless. He'll do anything he can to eliminate the competition. We don't need that kind of trouble. That being said, I think there's a middle ground.
We've got some of the best private security in the settled systems.
Hey there.
Should I warm up the engines? picked up something you might be interested in.
I don't want to hear any complaints.
Keep an eye on your valuables. If you can't protect your own.
Things for you.
We'd be dust except for the factory.
Oh, hello. Someone worth paying attention to. Sure, that sounds like me. What can I do for you? I'm a little busy, but I think I could spare some time. Oh, you should have just said that. Of course I can help you. Oliver sent a courier ahead of you. I did some research on ships from that era, and I have a decent idea what we're dealing with. So grav drives didn't really take off until after the ship was built. But I've got access to an ancient grav drive that looks like it could be compatible. It's some minor adjustments. It's in good shape, too. Parts not cheap, though. Neither is the labor. Just pay the combined cost of parts and labor, and it's yours. It's a pretty big ask, given how rare these old grav drives are. Maybe it is selfish of me to demand such a price. Tell you what, sounds like this is for a good cause. While I can't give you the part for free, I won't charge you for the work. You're darn right it is. I'll get to work on it right away. I recommend you go back to the ship and ask the captain to prepare for its retrofit. Standard stuff. I'm sure they have an engineer on board to help. We'll send the part along when it's ready and install it with the help of Oliver's people. Pleasure working with you.
For you.
Off-worlders. Nothing ever did.
All right. Let's get this crate into space.